Hey guys, thanks for joining me. My name is Kat Kerr and we're going to be making this She Said Yes to the Prom journal page in a new journal. Well, it's not really new. You'll see. So I found this treasure of a book years ago and I wanted to use it as the base of my journal, but it was too delicate and it was missing pages, the binding was coming off. I decided to just not give it a go. But I ran across the book a couple of days ago and I thought, you know what, why not? Let me just give it a try. So the first thing I did was I glued together using matte medium about 8 or 9 pages, making each section just a little bit more sturdy. In between each page, I added masking tape and then covered the pages in clear gesso. Now I knew from the start that I wanted to create grungy pages, so here I am using my 12 by 12 gel press plate and I added color to the plate. Now notice that the plate already had some dried up black paint to it, and that's perfectly fine with me and will only enhance the grungy look I'm after. The more dried up paint, the better. Now normally if I'm going for a grunge look, I let my page rest on the gel press plate and let it dry and then pull it off. But I realized quickly that these pages were just too delicate for that. I actually didn't mind because it removed some of the text, some of the page, and it only enhanced the character of the pages, but I definitely kept that in mind for the future. Now because I'm using this 12 by 12 plate, you can see that I'm also using some of my disc-bound journal pages to pick up the extra paint so it doesn't go to waste. I'll use those pages in a future project. Once all of my pages were covered, I went through the pages again and added some more color to the edges and in random spots. Now in order to unify all the pages, I picked one of my foam stamps by Joggles.com and I added it to all of the layout spreads. And then I added some black splatters. Here are just some of the pages in my new journal. Now what I love about the pages is that the text is still visible, they're grungy, and even though I used multiple colors, they all work well together. Now I love using vintage images, and recently hubby came home with a wonderful 1961 yearbook and I wanted to use the images, but I also wanted to preserve them. So I cut some out, I glued them onto a blank piece of cardstock, and then I scanned it and then I reprinted them onto matte computer film. This way I can use them over and over again. Now I decided to use these two images and decided to create the girl's body using the image as the guide. I drew it out and then painted the body in gesso. Now Matte Computer Graphics already has adhesive on it, so you just remove the protective backing and apply your images to your journal page. I then added color to the young man by using Marabou's art crayons and a water brush. Now that the white gesso is dry, I'll add some acrylic paint to the clothing. Now I love using rub-ons, so here I am adding a title and some other elements to the background. I couldn't help it, I had to create a storyline for these two, so of course she finally said yes to the prom. Next I use a black Stabilo pencil and water it down, creating some shadow. I finish off the page by highlighting certain elements with a white Sharpie. Now I used matte computer graphics film instead of cardstock or photo paper, which naturally you can use, but I was looking for more of a translucent image, and I also wanted to add color to it. So that's really why I ended up picking the matte computer graphics film. Here are some other pages from the same book in which I did the same thing, adding some color to the images and then applying them to the journal. For the complete list of materials I used in this tutorial, see the description below. Thanks for watching.